Hey, today we're gonna make the super chip cookie and I'm gonna demonstrate how it goes and hopefully then you can recreate it at home. So what we're gonna start with is our mise en place is already set. We've got a half a cup of brown sugar packed like a sandcastle, a quarter cup of regular granulated white sugar, and a half a cup of butter. So I wanna start this creaming to get it on the go before I show you the rest of the ingredients. So I'm gonna get that all into my mixing bowl and then put it onto medium until it creams together. So remember, creaming together is when the sugar crystals will cut tiny air pockets in the butter. And by doing that, it's creating a spot for the air to get trapped. And then when we bake the cookies, that air will get trapped and we will make a puffier cookie. Creaming together the butter and the sugar together sometimes gets just a little bit of time. So if you can see in the bowl, right now some people stop where it is like this and they'll say, oh, I've done enough. But in actuality, when you cream together butter and sugar, it should look smooth like frosting. So we're gonna let this go for 3 to 4 minutes until it is against the side of the bowls and it looks very, very completely smooth, just like frosting. In the meantime, we also have a cracked egg, a teaspoon of vanilla, 1.5 cups of flour where we spooned it in and leveled it off. And then we have baking soda and salt and then chocolate chips. So baking soda is our leavening agent. Creaming together the butter and sugar is also leavening, but the baking soda is going to react to the acid in the brown sugar to help make that puff. That molasses in the brown sugar is what helps to react with the baking soda. And then don't forget we have salt because it helps to enunciate the flavors. Salt is a flavor enhancer, and that's what helps to make it taste more like a delicious cookie instead of flat and bland. In a cookie recipe, it's usually very much the same. It's usually butter and sugar creamed together, then you add in your liquids, then you add in your dry, and then you add in your flavoring. And so whenever you hit a cookie recipe, think about creaming together, liquid, dry, and then flavoring, because that is pretty much how most cookie recipes are. So the other thing I need is my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and because I'm making a giant super chip cookie, I'm also going to use a big pizza baking sheet. You can use a regular 9x13 or 12x18 baking sheet too if you want. So if you take a look at my creamed together butter and sugar, it is all against the sides of the bowl. And so that's a sign. And just the smoothness of the butter and the sugar together is another sign that I've creamed enough. So I'm going to take it, lift up the and scrape the sides of the bowl so that I get all of that butter and sugar off. And then I'm going to add in my liquid. I'm going to add in the vanilla and the egg. Now at this point, you're okay to let it beat together until it's incorporated. It's going to look kind of slimy, and that's okay. But you want to beat it until it comes together. And then you're going to stop. And when you add in the dry ingredients, this is when we are worried about over mixing the flour and over mixing the gluten in the flour. And so I'm going to stop using the electric mixer. I'm going to take the beater off, get all of that sugar and egg mixture off. And I'm going to add in the dry ingredients. And mix this together by hand, because if I over mix the gluten in the flour, I'm gonna get tougher, hockey puck kind of cookies. So I only wanna mix it until I no longer see the dry ingredients. And then don't forget that you have to add in the chocolate chips as well. So you don't wanna over mix it so much that then you even do over the time with the chocolate chips. If you want to add in something else besides the chocolate chips, that's fine. You could add in butterscotch chips or white chocolate chips, walnuts or M&Ms. That would all be good. All right, so I no longer see the dry ingredients. I'm gonna add in the chocolate chips. The recipe calls for half a cup. More chocolate chips always makes for a better cookie, so you be the judge. I'm gonna mix that together. And then, once everything is together, very simply, instead of making individual chocolate chip cookies, I'm gonna put it all onto one big tray and press it out. Now remember, the thicker it is, then the longer it needs to bake. The thinner it is, the less time it needs to bake. It will spread out. So right now, no, it is not a greased pan. You can leave it ungreased and it will be fine. If the spatula is not working for you, you can use your sanitized and washed hands to press it out. Trying to keep it in a circle. It is important to make sure all of the cookie is the equal size thickness all the way around. It is gonna spread, but remember, if you have one spot that's thinner than the other, it's going to overbake while the rest of it is still doughy. So make sure it's an even thickness. The thinner it is, the crispier it's gonna be. The thinner it is, the less time it's gonna take to cook. Okay, so I'm gonna put this into the oven, 350 degrees for 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna check on it and see how it goes. Okay, hey, so the timer's gone off. And when you take it out, you are looking for, is it nice and evenly brown? Is it evenly cooked all the way around? I'm gonna let this cool in a cooking rack for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then I'm gonna slice it either using a knife or a rotary pizza cutter. If you are in a group of 5, make sure that you cut it into slices of 10 so that then each person gets 2, because it's not very easy cutting things into fifths. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.